we're doing.
So we're back. Is this the end of the line when it comes to INTZ, or will they have a resurgence? We would expect that they should have more of a resurgence. It's Train, one of their most comfortable maps. It's their home pick map, I would say, along with Mirage. And that's the third and final map. So if they have a good showing here on Train, they should be good to go to try and have a strong fight to make their way to Wembley. But I feel like INTZ has a lot of potential. And the sad thing is that they are, as you noted, they are playing with a stand-in. I think they've been doing pretty well, all things considered.
Well, they just got absolutely beasted. So I guess.
But they beat Cloud9 yesterday. So
yeah,
exactly,
yeah. I think the CT side will be very interesting where they choose to put Ye on Train, because trying to coordinate and I think trying to coordinate on Train, especially in terms of language and communicating quickly when there's pushes coming in through main and so on, is going to be difficult if Ye is playing on Ye bomb site, for example. So maybe he ends up on B. And if he, I mean, another question is he picking up the roles of the missing player, or are they playing what is easiest for him, i.e. there may be two people out on different roles because he's standing in but he's not taking the roles of the person who's missing, so that can cause more problems. However, I don't think that they're necessarily as deep in their strats as another team might be, so that might work in their favor. If they're playing a looser style, it won't be such an issue that he's a stand-in that respect. So two sides of the coin. What I'm curious to see is if INTZ will struggle on their T side on Train, if they'll run the clock down a little too much. It remains to be seen. But then FURIA may try to take the game away from them as well, if it's placed towards main. So there's much to look forward to.
Yeah, the T sides have often been a bit tumultuous, I would say. Debez, do you think that we're going to see problems here for INTZ, or will they hit their stride? What are you looking for from them?
By going off the last map, they didn't look too hot at all. And we've seen before, especially against ATK, was, I guess, the big flag where on the T side of Train, they didn't get nothing going. On the CT side, though, they look pretty good. They look like coordinated. Setups were nice. Ye was hitting a lot of his shots, and if I was INTZ, if I would have put a person who probably doesn't speak our language, maybe put him in a spot where he doesn't have to have like 3 or 4 call-outs. Maybe like one call-out. Maybe an Ivy or something, so it's easy to call. You can just fall back. Because a lot of times in Ivy, you fall back. You don't really. There's not that many spots to actually fall back to. So, if you put him in middle, like E-box or something, there's like 4 or 5 different spots you can fall back to. So keep it simple. Put him in a spot where he has to look at one area and go from there.
Well, we are into it. Serato coming off of a cool 35 kills and 4 deaths. Let's see if... Oh, Yuri's got a good start. A couple of headshots from him. Doesn't get another one, but there is Serato, finding his first frag of Train. And the bomb will be planted, so there is that for INTZ. It's a good start in that sense, but it's up to KNG to get 4 kills.
Good luck. And good night. Taken out by Vinny. Art and Serato get the cheap helmets. That's fantastic for Art, who will be looking for an AWP sooner rather than later, I'm sure. We'll see what he chooses to do. So he could pick up an M4 and then offload it to a teammate who might, say, get an SMG and... rack some kills up and buy him an AWP later on. So it's got 3,300. So we'll see if he goes for the M4A4. Especially on Train. Oh, the AUG, of course. You don't want to really get a weaker gun and put yourself in an awkward situation when there are so many very long ranges. So it will be primarily a rifle, a fair for FURIA. 3 French guns and a lot of grenades as well. And INTZ not going for the full spy, just a bunch of Desert Eagles. They've got the butcher buy, the meat shots they will be looking for.
This is a good map to just get Desert Eagles and no armor. A lot of places and teams can kind of peek around the corner, sneak around, and just go for those 1 digs.
1 digs.
1 shot, 1 goal. It is not to die.
Ye taken out, and Destiny's not far behind. KNG inviting something. Lovely shot from him. That's pretty nice. Makes it expensive, even more so. Zand holding on to the bomb. 2 versus 3. They can't really retrieve the guns just yet. Yuri's making his way forward. He'll get the jump on Yell. And that limits what Zand can do. Tries to hope he picks the right side. Had 1 shot, missed it. But they did some really good damage there. That said, FURIA dropped 2 FAMASs, picked up 2 AUGs. So maybe that balances things out, we shall see.
Look at the low money on Art. He has to buy a shotgun because that huge investment with the AUG armor and then getting taken out. So this could be a INTZ. They could pull some stuff here.
You know what, likes to get his hands dirty, so I'm sure he'll rush something. Looks like he's going towards Pop Dog, which is a great spot for it, and he might get some action here. I could see a world where he will try to just find a timing up the ladder as well, if this is more of a slow round. But for now, he'll just be holding that Pop Dog position. It's a pretty good standard setup coming in from FURIA at the beginning of their CT side here. Yuri alone on the B-bomb sides, below the, or by the ladder. And FURIA with a nice forward setup around T main and Pop Dog. So round slows down, they'll rotate Vinny to assist Yuri towards B. So FURIA are actually in a situation now where they're not as equipped to help each other out on the A bomb site. So if they can get this opening pick from Kianji onto Mr. Abel, that would really be a good start for them.
Well, that's given the game away. Now nobody peeks. Abel J has the angle, but Zand has a beautiful headshot. And they don't know that there's a second player there. But a Krieg is dangerous enough. K-Tractor forced forward, spotting another player towards main, going back, but didn't realize fast enough. You can still see they have control of Pop Dog. That's fantastic for limiting the bomb plant. 26 seconds. If Vinny can hold on to the IV position, it could be very hard for the bomb to go down. The KNG is looking for something. No. Oh, he misses the shot. And again, 15 seconds. How can the bomb get planted? Vinny doesn't want to go too deep. Playing retake at this point. Takes out a player by the sandwich position, moving back. 3 versus 2. Man advantage for FURIA. He holds the angle, but he gets blown up. Yuri, 1 versus 1. Both players heavily tagged. They have all the information, but the high ground's with Zand. And that is a very close round for INTZ.
4 kills on Zand. Hero player.
The money's really bad for FURIA, so they've done a great job in capitalizing on the weakened economy.
I kind of like the setup from INTZ that round. You know, slow it down. Again, FURIA is a very proactive team, so wait an angle out. Have an op, wait an angle. I just kind of see what happens. KNG almost had the kill, but he missed the knockdown.
Fast outside though for INTZ. FURIA needs some good shots. Vinny starts things off. They're down to 3 now, INTZ, and they haven't gained bomb site control just yet. And the CT's deciding to surround them. Scout doing some damage to Sands. Even more damage coming out, but they got to finish him off somehow. More damage out of this Deagle. And Zand will try to creep around the back here through Ivy. But in the meantime, it's harassment towards E-Box where Yell sits with the bomb. Yuri waiting for a perfect moment. He's found it, but he can't capitalize. Vinny with everything to do here, creeping around the trains. He can still make this work.
Confident enough to pull his knife out just to get those extra faster steps in. 1 bullet required for both players, but 1 bullet required for him as well. He'll be punctured first, and the score is tied. 2-2. INTZ have ruined the money of FURIA early, which is so important for them. Again, coming into this as underdogs, not fielding their full squad. Everything they can get, every edge they can find will be very, very important. FURIA, if they win this map, they head to London. INTZ just looking for a third and final chance to do the same. Art has bought us use. Outside of that, there's no investment from FURIA. That's a good angle. The kill bonus is almost, well, it's inconsequential, I'll say that. But the cost for INTZ, well worth it.
Yeah, definitely worth. Creeping onto the A site, just finding a safe passage to avoid the USPs and taser, more importantly. Will anyone get tased? I want to hear that sound of when the guy gets tased. Ah! That's how it sounds.
What was that sound?
Ah!
That's pretty good. trying
Bomb has been planted, guys. Go on.
I'm trying to find why Ye is playing for Cello. Forgot what the health reason was, but it's been over a week, so I'm curious what this is.
Oh, it's a health reason, is it?
I believe so.
Well, hopefully he has a speedy recovery.
I want to double check. I want to make sure before spreading false information to everybody.
FURIA wait for the next round. Their lost bonus sucks. Oh, he's missed. He's nosed it right up.
It's the best I can do. Right. 3-2, and the buy's back in for the likes of FURIA. Although they'll be missing some key bits of utility, and they'll be missing an AWP. Might see an Ivy push. Might see some shenanigans. Oh, perhaps even an inner push. Inner push could be quite fun. They could catch INTZ on a default, where maybe they just have 2 or 3 players moving through there. A fast timing, and there are problems. But quick movement here from Kianji, getting straight out. It's just running the gauntlet down towards hell. It's not going to work out for him. He's been sent to hell, perhaps. And nice spray from Yuri, defending and seeing the true intentions of INTZ in this round. INTZ.
Yeah, too easy for INTZ.
Yeah, he tries to create some space. Flashbangs on the high ground. And another one. Oh, he's using a grenade. There are 2 mollies. There are 2 smokes as well. Now there's 1 molly. Yell, this will be futile, unfortunately, for him. And there's also players covering the angles. That is exactly the round that FURIA needed. Only 1 player lost. They'll get an upgrade from an AUG to a Krieg. A Krieg, 100% armor penetration. And it is... Actually, the AUG is marginally more accurate, I do believe. But they're both very, very accurate, so it doesn't really matter. 4 Kriegs out now. 2 on both sides.
If KNG didn't botch that Molotov behind 6-lane hell, I think he could have done a lot more damage, and obviously the inside take would probably work just a little bit better. But as you saw, the mod was too short, and one of the FURIA players could just literally stand behind it and just take their shots. So make sure your nades are on point.
Oh, Vinny going for the chase. Oh, he's nailed it. Well played to Vinny. That's some awesome work. Preventing any trade kills as well, as the flames burn away at the top of the ladder. And that sucks, starting the round off, as 4 players as opposed to 5. And look at how proactive FURIA are being. They try to take team main away from INTZ. And even though INTZ don't have any CTs to worry about in team main, as far as they're concerned, they actually, they have to consider that there is a CT there. So that position's off limits for the moment. And they'll try to walk through Ivy now, making solo plays.
Trying to pull rotation, perhaps, with the bomb towards Ivy. The bomb's been left deep in Ivy. This is a gamble. AbleJ is focused on that position from hell. So if he gets taken out, Destiny, they've got problems. However, Zand has rejoined the fray. Maybe he was trying to give some sound cues running towards the main position. He would have been heard by AbleJ. But maybe AbleJ also hears the scoping of this Krieg. It does give a sound cue away to your opponents. 32 seconds, 3 versus 5. Trying to make their way in now, but there is a player on their back. They won't get either kill. There's the bomb. There's the round. KNG gets a kill, but he's got a save. 20 seconds. And he is heading all the way towards Ivy, perhaps for a better hiding spot. And FURIA take the lead again. I want to see 3 Kriegs on the CT side now.
Oh, your wish is thy command.
Boom.
FURIA with a good crossfire in Ivy. It's been the name of this series so far. FURIA is always getting the first pick. They're always being proactive. They're just out shooting INTZ, and INTZ is never in position to trade kills. You have to be able to trade kills on a more consistent basis if you want to compete with these guys. So tighten it up the formation a little bit. Maybe do 2-3s or 2-1-2, or at least somehow getting some trade going on here.
KNG right out there again, this time with an AWP. Looking to fish and see if he can find a catch. Catch of the day.
I like that.
Maybe it will be Able. It will indeed. Names come in though. Oh, that had to be a connection because he's surely dead. He's down to 5 HP. Smoking off the Incendiary. Not sure if that helps or hinders, as now that AWP is locked away. And K-Serato will take that position. Re-smoke. Destiny, how did he get there? Oh, that's a close one. What's happening here? They're all over the place. The element of surprise, often all you need. And the Kriegs, James. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, not like this. Off the ladder. How on earth is he still alive? Yay with 50 HP. It's awkward because Art's got his pistol out. And now Ye has an AWP. But he goes for the wrong angle. That could have got worse for FURIA.
The Kriegs have been decimated, the Krieg count.
Yeah, I'm sad as well. I like the sound of it. It sounds good. It sounds menacing, devastating, terrifying. The fire rate sounds so fast. And there was the last kill. Both teams on the buy once again. Less Kriegs, more Galil, more Org. Plenty of scopes. Everybody scoped up on the CT side. Grenades flying in towards that main position, taking their initial spots. FURIA with INTZ with a focus towards Ivy. 3 players there, scoped out, or smoked out. Maybe they get scoped out afterwards.
We're seeing with the smoke here, trying to play that tiny gap for a pick. But as the Bears was mentioning earlier, when you're playing Ivy, it's a very hard position, but it's very simple. Your job is simply just to maybe fall back, spot fallbacks, delay. Don't really want to take engagements unless you have an AWP, but even still there, if you do that, you want to have some supporting utility. Fury coming back. Fury have good adjustments to how they play their CD setups based off of the information they get.
All right then, there's a chance for INTZ to get another round on the board. 4 versus 3. They've got Ivy, but we'll expect K-Serato. We've got the wide swing. That's the bomb dropped, but KNG will trade. He can collect it once again. Vinny distracted, plays towards main above him and opposite him on across the bomb site as well. And there are the final frags. A very expensive round for FURIA. Some bonus money from KNG towards the end, but they've broken the money for FURIA. This is a good spot for INTZ.
Yeah, it seems like they'll actually be in a position now to get a lot of rounds on their T side. Whereas if they had lost that round, I don't think I would have been able to say that. Because as you say, like, the money's been broken for FURIA, and oh, they're still going to go for it though. Going to get it in there. Get it whilst the going is good.
It's either a force buy or double save. If you lose, it's going to be double save anyway, so sometimes it's better just to buy when you can.
I like this. They've taken Arts and with the AWP, put him on Ivy. There's been so much Ivy pressure recently. This is a good adjustment. There's a run boost coming. Will it be perfect? Art goes for the flick. Oh, we miss, but he understands what's going on. There's at least 2 players there.
The negative part about the boost, it gives away. At least one person had to do that. Do the little boosty boosts. But that doesn't change the fact for INTZ. Still trying to work the map, working these brown halls. Making some chocolate.
Ivy again, a focus, a boost. Close quarters engagement is what Able J is waiting for. K-Serato almost threatens to bait. There's a flashbang, easily avoided. Able J does nothing. But they will check anyway. Or will they? They won't check anyway! Not properly. KNG creeping, crab walking around the corner. He's alive. Does he go for Able J? There's a flashbang from a teammate, but he's dead. K-Serato cleans up, and he knows that the sniper is still there. And there's a sniper for Art, well, for FURIA as well, in the name of Art. And now we're 4 versus 2. We've got the Lemmings drop in Pop Dog, and they start to wide peek, but the bomb's in Ivy with 19 seconds. They may be going for damage now. With 2 AWPs alive. FURIA have turned this one around. They've turned it on its head. What on earth just happened?
I can't tell you how smart that is for K-Serato to toss FB Ivy and Able not to peek. Because obviously, as a T side, it makes it look like just a flash to stall, you know? Because if there's a person, say, in that corner, they'd usually probably want to peek off a flash, you know, try to make something out of, you know, every action kind of a reaction. But for them just to not do anything about it, maybe made INTZ not check that spot. So it's that mind games.
Right.
Be
It's like
yated.
reference points. Yeah. That's very cool. FURIA alone on the MP9 and B. Might get a late burst here through to the outside. Serato is close with the Org as is his teammate. Oh, that could be a solid nade. Yeah, that's going to do some great damage.
Meat.
Destiny yelled down to 50%. Kanji really desperate for this pick. Get his teammates in there. It'll be Destiny to do so as they force the issue. But there's Abel with the AWP.
Well, around and around we go. Art with 3 HP, spotted 1, maybe 2 players lining up for them. What are they trying to do? That doesn't seem like they really know what to do. Looks like they're confused. The bomb's been spotted. 40 seconds is some time for INTZ. I don't know if they know where both players are. You can see Yuri by connector. Limited in what he can do with his MP9. Art continues to be a threat. He knows what he can peek, he knows what he can't. So Yale will be denied. And this is killing time for INTZ. They're the guys with bomb pressure, time pressure. They're the guys who need to plant the bomb. Slowly making its way over as Yale goes towards old bomb train, but he has to come off his scope because he's got the bomb. There's a spray from Yuri, and he'll do some damage. It's only 2 HP left for Yale. But now they have the information, INTZ.
Well played by both sides here. For INTZ, it's well played, just you hold position. See if you can catch CTs trying to punish you, trying to reposition. And then, you know, FURIA understanding that that's what they're doing. And so you have to just wait for them to plant. There's like literally that stalemate that's happening until the bomb goes down. So
I like that INTZ is going to keep the double op set up.
ops.
Oh, wait. No.
Okay, good.
Never mind. Oh.
They might be just taking it away so it can't be collected. So let's see what they end up with.
I was actually liking the double op. I think it's kind of a good idea, especially against FURIA, who always wants to be proactive. How do you stop proactiveness? You off the corner. You make him scared to peek. You make him play defensive.
I'm not a fan of 2 ops on the T side. Because if they don't peek you, if you're trying to get you through the checkpoints, it can become awkward.
But FURIA will peek you. They will peek you.
Well, we will soon find out, and I guess they are motivated to do that with 3 flashbangs in this round. Surely they try to get the most out of them. They've all been deployed. It's just smokes now, for the most part. 2 players taken out by Yell, and that just might be that. How do they get back into this one?
Well, the scouts are the only way, perhaps, to get more damage in here, but there's not much damage to be found on the ladder. Does that make sense? Oh god, it's happening. Vinny with a nice 2 quick kills, and that creates problems. The bomb's now being smoked off. Destiny's found his way behind him, but Kanji will be the one to finish him off, but still a 2 versus 2. And what's the information like here for INTZ? Looks like, well, they have the info on one player. There comes the peek, the punish, and oh, he spots the feeds. He spots the feeds. It's a scout, though. So not going to do too much damage. Is there a gun for him to collect? I don't think that there is.
What? What?
I don't understand. That's incredible. Abel's looking to make this one happen. There are some guns he might be able to pick up here. As he pushes forwards, he swaps out. It's an MP9. At least it has bullets in it. Now, can he make the right guess? No, he cannot. Expecting E-Box, perhaps. Destiny finishes it off. What a shot through the smoke. That looks ridiculous.
I have no words for that.
I thought that was crazy enough.
Why?
Yeah, why? I just don't understand why.
I think because maybe he's like lining up towards Pop Dog. He's thinking maybe someone's like just standing around Pop Dog. or something like that.
But they wouldn't be peeking it if they're by Pop Dog, right? They just be
Well,
hiding.
if there's a smoke there, they might be
Yeah.
holding the smoke.
Yeah, you're right. Okay,
So-
I can see that, but that's still crazy. Crazy
Yeah.
coincidence. Unlucky for King Vito.
I'm just thinking, with the pot shot through the smoke after rotating from Old Bomb, you lose the element of surprise, but god damn, I'm glad he did it. And FURIA are on pistols once again. What a great effort though in that round. 6-6, INTZ. Almost certain to make it to 7, to take the lead. And I did call into question the difficulties they might have on the T side, but they have overcome and broken FURIA. And they have 7 from a possible 9 rounds at this point on the board, which is fantastic for them.
That's really good. Whole different INTZ on train that we saw a couple days ago. Probably fix their pockets and fix some of their timing. Because as soon as they started working together, just not really taking those one-on-one fights has been helping them immensely. Let's keep it simple sometimes. The more complicated it is, the more things can go wrong.
Okay, so this is looking very promising, given the T-sides that we have seen on train from INTZ in some of the past matches. It's definitely much better than expected, as far as I'm concerned. And it kind of feel like, for me, it feels like they're setting themselves up nicely to just take this map too pretty tidily. Fast play outside, though, like it. Yay leads the charge. He is very strong on the shots, but he'll be destined to trade him out. But there goes the trades for the CTs as well. But the position's been gained. There, as we can see, Zan creeping forwards towards Old Bomb. And there's a deep flash there for Art to peek towards E-Box. He's going to find himself one and spots a second. Dots back behind the smoke, but Kianji, it's up to him now. 1 versus 3. Big whiff. How does he get to the bomb?
They're so good with plays like that when there are smoke set up to make pop flash plays like those, which are very unusual. Don't often see those made in that kind of fashion in other matches. You'll note that Kenji, he ran along by the far wall, and it doesn't look like Able J heard him from where his position, but he just turned around, so...
He should hear him, though.
I would think so. But he didn't move his crosshair for ages. But now he's done on 180, maybe based on Yuri's position. Does he hit a scope? No.
Ooh, saw the toesies. He knows one person's by sandwich.
But the bomb is so far away by E-Box. Does he play for elimination? He knows what the time pressure, so he unscopes to move faster. Where is the other guy? There he is! Knows what the last guy... Oh, he might think it's the same person, but he's got 23 seconds. He can't really hang around too long. Gonna rotate, but he needs to get a peek. Oh no, he's just gone past him. He's got the sound cue now, Yuri. 14 seconds, and there's no way he looks in his position. Got a Molotov out, and it'll be a free kill for Yuri. 7 rounds for FURIA.
It's actually really smart for Yuri to push along the smoke right there. 1, puts him in a safer spot, and 2, if Kanji were to make a lot of noise, he can hear it safely because he's right on the opposite side of the smoke. The smoke criminals, FURIA, they're all a bunch of smoke criminals.
Last round of the first half, 7-7. Kianji looking to go for a wallbang there towards the connector. And that will not be successful. I think it's only Guardian I've seen hit that more than once.
Skadoodle.
Guardian loves it.
Skadoodle, yeah. Guardian's very cheeky.
I think Walks might like doing that too. Chris J.
James Bardoff.
He goes, yeah, I'll just walking out. This might not work out. Yeah, it's very slow. Just walk out, but the trade's there from Ye up high, and he'll start the sprint. The bomb's making its way towards Ivy. Surely this is the moment when they push Ivy, whilst Ye is pushing towards inner. When the CTs are more distracted, they go through to Ivy, but Abel staying alive. He's found another 1 versus 1 somehow, but he will go down. K-Serato gives up the angle, and Art also gives up the angle, and this is now going to be very interesting. Who will see who first?
Oh, he's gone too deep, Case Ratto, and he's left Art behind, exposed. Where's the cover? Oh dear. He can still do this, however. KNG's the one with the bomb, and does he play to find out what the second person is? He does, but as Sand is about to move around the corner, he gets a kill and he backs off, probably rotating towards Pop Dog, I guess. And where's KNG going? Maybe towards the B bomb site. Well, 20 seconds. I don't think he's got time to do that. Case Ratto has... Oh, it's... Which way is he going?
All right, welcome back. Into the second half we go, and INTZ, I feel like they're poised to take this map. They had a great T-side. I wasn't expecting such a good T-side. And FURIA now find themselves on T-side. And last time we saw FURIA on T-side on train, they felt a bit slow to me as well. So I'm looking to see something a bit better from them. Been pretty good today overall. 2 grenade players, everybody else on Kevlar. And down to B they go, except the bomb.
Granada.
But the bomb will join them now.
So with 2 jobs to do. He's holding down 2 jobs. He's trying to feed a family. He's looking up top and down the bottom.
But he's only getting paid for 1.
FURIA all towards the B-bomb site, and they wait. But for how long and for what and for whom? Back train, I suppose. Sand still alive, still can see, and Able J's been taken out. Not everybody has made their way into the B-bomb site just yet. That's a big headshot from Art, and now maybe the bomb can go down.
Getting amongst the smoke. Oh, hello. I love the Molotov, though. Did actually work a blocked off connector. Slowed the CTs down, but they have to get the frags as well. And Yuri is doing a good job. Yay on the flank, trying to do what he can, but it's up to Destiny now. as he makes his way down the train yard and finds himself one, but the flank is too much, giving FURIA, rewarding FURIA the first rounds.
That Molotov going con? What you said?
Yes, that was awesome.
I've never seen that specific one. I've seen other Molotov and con.
I liked it. It worked. It delayed the CTs, got them pretty deep.
It's good stuff. Good stuff by FURIA. Getting a pistol round on T side's always a good sign. But INTZ, 3 scouts.
Triple scout on the CT side. I like it. I'm a fan. One player out of main will spot one of the sniper rifles. Now, this is something you want to avoid, and FURIA have moved away from the choke point and not peeking too much. So they may be able to circumvent some of these initial scout plays. B on a second round might be a smart choice for them. Put the smokes down. Obscure vision from these scouts. Okay, what in the blazes was that? That was really weird, but we'll come back to it later because there is a B bomb site to hold for INTZ, not quite working out for them, and it seems that the remainder will save what they have as they have been outmaneuvered and only one player has Kevlar. So Vinny basically just walked into the spools angle backwards, looking at his teammates, and still managed to just turn it and frag the guy who was trying to take him out. So
it's
that
nice
is
to
weird.
be lucky. It's better to be lucky than good. That's what they told me over the years.
Yeah, that was very weird.
It looked like Kianji's shot was straight on, but just missed, whiffed wildly. It's very strange. But yeah, good start from FURIA. The full buy is going to take a while to get there for INTZ. Again, winner of this series goes to LAN. Secures a spot at the ECS Season 7 Finals in Wembley in June.
In England.
In London. And FURIA are up one map. They kind of crushed it on Inferno. It's one of the weaker maps for INTZ though. And Mirage will be after this if it is required, which it may very well be.
You never know.
INTZ, as soon as they get started on their CT side, I'm sure we'll see a big swell of rounds. But fast play towards inner again for FURIA, knowing that they're up against the save rounds. So I've traded out. The kill is unimportant as far as FURIA are concerned, as long as they get the bomb site and the bomb down. Still CTs though, running amok in the B yard. There are problems here.
I'm surprised he hasn't hit any of these shots. The first two looked like they were on, but no connection made, and now he's gone. He's dead. He's been deleted. He's been fragged.
Annihilated.
Just not making these tags. There we go, finally, but it's too little too late. They could have done so much more with this if KNG had connected his shots, but such is life. 11-7 for FURIA, and now the second half can really begin.
Good first couple rounds from FURIA on choosing going inside all 3 rounds so far. Which is nice because usually CTs are stacking them and the meta is 4 outside, 1 inside for the most part. It's been pretty much that way for about 15 years. The trick is when to mix it up, when to push. And now the timeout from FURIA. What are they discussing? But a double op setup on INTZ, they probably should expect that INTZ would double op. They do it a lot. Yell is very capable of opping, as we've seen before.
Would be good to start with, whether it's a default and then sort of somewhat of a delay to the outside set piece rush. That'd be cool. But something with smokes would be nice.
I don't think the T's have the spawn for an outside rush, so they might not do it.
You can default into it,
but you
get
never
someone
know.
deep on Ivy or something, and then take Pop Dog, take Team Main later on. We'll be going for it though. Wow, no one there.
I like that move. A lot of developers would do that. Dodge the flash, turn around. Jamie does it a lot too on Vanguard.
And here's the play from INTZ, boosting up an Ivy. So it looks like it will be a delayed outer rush after all. Oh, that's a nice catch. Right before they leave the choke point, Yell picks up 1. The only spot there's nothing to obscure vision. That might be too much to recover from. 2 players down now for FURIA.
Yell dancing around the smoke, but there's no need for panic because they've got so many advantages and they get compounded with that frag onto Yuri. No plant for Abel, Jay or Queserato at the moment. He spots a bunch of players, but he can't even pull a trigger. Queserato now picks up the bomb, but he's 1 versus 5 with a minute on the clock. Not ideal. Looking all over the place. This is a great run for INTZ. Exactly what they needed. Look at the lack of money. They have $650 between 5 players. This is what they need. They shouldn't be too concerned with hunting. Secure your own economy. You're 4 rounds behind, soon to be 3. Okay, Queserato looks everywhere, constantly. There's more money in the bank for FURIA, but loss bonus will be minimal for them. It's very important they hold on to this AWP.
Yeah, and INTZ, they have no money as well, so they're just chilling. Gentlemen's agreements. A ceasefire. Ceasefire.
INTZ, they had actually FURIA. I like their idea because against double ops, if you do a set piece smokes outside, it can be very hard for oppers to retake on train. And in order to get these picks, but the problem is that FURIA got picked off too early, too much at the ops. Like, obviously you want to flash over the wall as you're throwing your execute, so the ops have to fall down from top of trains. But they did not do that, and Yell was like, okay, I'll take a free kill. You know, if you want to make it easy for me, that's cool.
Well, look at what we have here from FURIA. Desert Eagle, a MAC-10, 2 AKs around the AWP that was saved. Up top is Art. Don't think he expected to be on fire there. There were no flames on the box itself.
Oh my
Yay,
goodness.
though. Taking that Molotov for granted, and it seems like players paid off for Art after all.
He's really good at like getting deeper than you expect. Finding those off angles. He's so good at that. Yell so blind, and there you go. Finally gets taken down. Destiny forced to drop down for the ladder, and he's been eliminated. This play just too quick. Again, Art, he likes to get in there, and he's really created opportunities for his team now. It's just too much to handle. Defense has collapsed like a house of cards, and again, all down to Art just being too fast.
And that's one of FURIA's strong points. They're able to... Art took 64 points of damage to get in position and get that op kill and caught Ye off guard. FURIA does this a lot. So you can't be caught sleeping against them. Especially thinking a Molotov or smoke might slow these guys down. No, they don't care. It's not about having 100 HP. It's about getting that kill for them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we mentioned it yesterday or the day before, where like we don't see enough that people are happy to take the damage, like even if it's 70 damage from like a Molotov, to favor the trade and losing that health versus the position gained or the opportunity gained at that timing, or the timing gained. So yeah, it's good to see.
I think it's good to have like a game plan to know that, hey, because Molotovs are pretty common. They're usually set, dedicated nades at certain times, and so you played 100 times, you know the Molotov can come here at minute 42 or whatever and stuff like that, and it's really cool to see teams take advantage of those kind of timings.
Art searching early for something. INTZ have a flashback. Full stop. Yell is naked with the AWP. Art taken out, just standing in the choke point too much, it seems. Will eventually be checked, and he picked the wrong angle, but they start to swarm. But swarm to where? It is INTZ getting the kills, fighting back as they try to hold on to this. But Queserato is causing problems once again. 12 frags for him so far. Yell by the sandwich position. It's a pretty hefty gap he's got. 2 players remaining. QQ's off the scope. And the man advantage looks to get compounded. There it is. Great headshot on a low Yuri. That leaves Queserato with 4 HP and over a minute to find 3 players.
You want to make this hurt, at least. You're going to lose well, if you're not going to lose the gun. I just think, yeah, I think with the economy, I wonder if they have a good read of the economy, because there are actually huge value in every kill here for Queserato if he can pick it up.
If we're able to see tab, and then you could see the deaths, the previous rounds, you probably do have a really good idea. General rule of thumb: if you know if there's only like 1 or 2 people left alive, obviously they're gonna be broke continuously every round.
INTZ moves to 9. The bomb is far away from Case Ratto's position. And again, INTZ's money has been kept honest on the CT side. They've only won 1 round in this half. And this will be the second one, both by timeouts. 3 players will survive for them. So again, it's a nervous position for INTZ, being a map down. FURIA 4 rounds away from 5 tickets to London. Bing.
Landon.
Landon. So probably double save that's going to force FURIA to force spy again. They have an AWP, so might as well try to complement the AWP as much as possible. Oh, that almost went really bad. And he's out. He's back.
So that's cool though. You know, you show some presence. The smoke is dropped. There's a question mark there for INTZ as to whether there is a player there. So they had to keep someone back there. Maybe expend more utility. Now the full rotation for FURIA towards B. And sure, there'll be 2 players there, but there won't be anyone in a fast flanking position through Pop Dog because of their previous harassment of Ivy, perhaps. And down the ramp they go.
Oh, I like this.
And not making a single noise. Hello, is that spots everyone? What's going on? They've just run down, and this is giving them a good timing, but they have to get the kills, and they're not dropping any grenades.
Well, the bomb's not going to get planted, is it? The bomb's not going to get planted, and just 1 frag. So many plays in the choke point, but they don't get far beyond it. I think the sniper was stuck behind a wall bangs, and that could have been a lot more for FURIA, but it wasn't, and ultimately it is INTZ building its momentum now. 3rd round in this half, 2 rounds away from FURIA, who are broken. $2,000 per person. So this is a fantastic spot for INTZ, who still are short of money to get themselves another buy in the bag, at the very least.
I love the idea from FURIA last round just to kind of hit Lore as a team with no nades to kind of catch INTZ off guard. Where I'd like to see a switch, oh my goodness, look at that. Mini nade, is to push sidewalk instead of spraying out the site, help complement the opper and kill the people try to over-rotate through C. I think that would have helped them out way better spreading out into the bomb site than trying to push.
They could really do with a bomb plant here, FURIA, but speaking of bombs, they're being dropped by INTZ, and Yuri's got himself an AUG. He's got 1:20, so he could try go for a big rotation, try and reset the situation, do some damage, but he's up close. This ghost being heard, he'll be hunted, he will be exterminated. And the gap is reduced to 1. Suddenly we look at the rounds that FURIA are not winning, but of course it is time to get back on the buy again. There's that big damage grenade. It's about 200 damage, and there's another one.
And another one.
And another one.
And another one.
Okay, so big questions to answer now, FURIA. INTZ picking up that momentum. The double orbs seem comfortable. Kianji and Yell. Pretty dangerous double orb combo. And Art's going out there again. He is fearless, and I love how brave he is. But I suppose somewhere a line must be drawn.
KNG drew lines over his eyes because he's been eliminated in this round. FURIA, this map seems to be slipping away from them. 22 for 15, KNG. Yeah, he's only got 6 kills in this game so far, so the rest of INTZ really picking up the slack. Case Ratto, though, continues to be a problem. Taking Destiny out, Yell moving towards the Heaven position. I'm not sure if he's been spotted. Able J heading towards Ivy. There's no smokes left for FURIA. They need to get some more eliminations in order to plant the bomb. But there's a minute on the clock. Great spray from Able J. But again, Ivy still an issue. He realizes someone might be there trying to base a shot, get some information. We've got CTs making flash plays now, and Xander's on the site itself.
Holding is so strong sometimes. Will INTZ overstep and expose themselves? Able caught off guard. That's a big frag from Ye. Holding down Ivy. Zan now working from camera, and just like that, they've done excellent amounts of work. Vinny alone with the Galil. 20 seconds to get that bomb planted. And CTs will be peeking. Kianji hits the shot, and it's all tied up.
Kianji coming alive on this map. It was a little quiet on the previous one, on the Infernal debacle. And INTZ, they're playing super patient. They're letting FURIA literally choke themselves with these aggressive plays. And FURIA's going to have to try something maybe a little different. Maybe go back to Inside. Inside was working for them on the eco rounds and stuff like that. Maybe try on a gun round. Try a little more Inside takes.
Boom. Big grenade in main. Well equipped, very well equipped INTZ. They've got everything they want at this point. 4 Augs and AWP, plenty of utility. FURIA trying to get through the choke point, but of course it is a shooting gallery. The bomb's on the floor. It might be a magnet for the remaining FURIA players. There's one shot for Keiserato, but this is surely an insurmountable task. Plenty of spray through a very tight choke point, but he makes his way up. 2v4, 2v3. Ye taken down by Art. There's Keiserato, not for long though. Surely Art is doomed, he is. On to the next buy for FURIA. But now INTZ are in the lead. It's been a number of rounds in a row for them. And they are at 13-12, fighting for that 5th round. Not too late for Ye to get back into this game again. It's been missing for most of it, as far as the scoreboard is concerned. I did think Train would be a difficult map for a stand-in, and it wasn't wrong, especially with a language barrier as well.
One of the cool things for Ye, for me, is also his development as a player with the Complexity team. I think that there was a lot of great learning experiences there as to being like on a really tight unit where every single pop flash counts. The team plays have to be very regimented. Good awareness. But speaking of which, Kianji and Zan doing a great job defending this B-bomb site. FURIA trying to just get themselves in there, perhaps try to catch the INTZ off guard, but they are so very ready. Oh, this is not how it's supposed to go.
Not at all. 1 versus 4. Switching out the weapons. Surely this was FURIA's game. Train, a difficult map to play with a stand-in who, I'm assuming, Portuguese is not their first language.
Ooh.
That's a headshot, no less, from Keiserato, and he might just found a path towards the A bomb site, trying to pull people out of position, but he's going up and down a ladder. 1 minute, and he's moonwalking into an opponent's position. It's Yell from the back with the USP, and now INTZ are 4 rounds away from victory, and the money's really weird for FURIA. Some great preemptive play through the smoke, and it seems that INTZ have just found out how to shut everything down that FURIA are trying to offer them.
I'm a little curious on what FURIA was trying to accomplish there. Is able jump lower completely by himself with no help or teamwork from FURIA. FURIA's getting a little sloppy here in these last couple rounds, and it shows INTZ is about to be on map point here, and here comes the rush outside.
It's going to be very difficult to make this one work. Good spray coming in from Ye. Big peak, big results, and these pistols are just... Feels a bit limp this round, and indeed it will be 15-12. INTZ 1 away from forcing map number 3. FURIA running out of steam. And I was worried about that, because the first half from INTZ was really strong. We knew that they assumed they would have stabilized themselves eventually, but FURIA just couldn't keep that, like, off of the pistol round, they couldn't keep that momentum going long enough. And they are in real trouble now. I mean, they have pretty much everything they want here. Are we going to see something crazy, like Art going mad again, or what's going to happen?
Whoever has that first spawn, I want to know who has that first spawn. So it's Yuri. He might be able to sneak out towards Olaf area. That's always a great opportunity to do with this spawn, because it's really hard for the Opper and Z or anyone to even see you cross. But I'm curious, like, FURIA's weakness, it's apparent in a lot of best of 3 series that they lose steam, they lose momentum, they start to get really sloppy. They're not playing like they did before. It's just like a lot of stuff's falling apart. And just timing issues and just teamwork that it's gone all of a sudden. So they have to find that again.
They've changed the pace, FURIA, but it's still not going for them. The Jules with the... Oh, there will be a trade. Oh, attack could have been 2. That is a critical shot, and that might just be that. 4 versus 2 now, as INTZ fight for a third map, but Vinny's not done with it just yet, or is he? Seems like he is. Art in a 1 versus 2, minute 20, but they know exactly where he is. AWP versus AWP and AWP. Minute 15, they know he's gone towards CT spawn as a player in connector. He's walking into angles. He has time though. Up the ladder. KNG smartly repositioning. All 3 snipers remain. Oh, he's got the bomb, and away he goes. Some sound cues though, so KNG will advance his position. Now he's got confirmation. There's the angle, there's the game, and we are going to Mirage. INTZ 16-12 over FURIA on train. You thought FURIA had it in the bag, but the comeback was real.
Yeah, really good performance from Kianji and from Yell, and also Zand. Some very critical performances. You can see in many ways in which, like, why this is one of their home maps. We kind of set it up and said, look, Inferno, that's not where the game was beginning. It was going to begin always on train, and we saw a really strong T side. I was not really expecting that. And one of the great things about their T side is that they weren't afraid to get really aggressive in the outside with fast pace. When I've seen INTZ struggle, it's when they don't mix in enough of the fast pace, where they try to disrupt their opponent on the outer bomb side. But I felt like they had a much more balanced T side, and that was so helpful.
Yeah, and it also really helps when King Vito is hitting his shots, being a huge impact player throughout the whole map, not just T side, but also CT side. It's good to see that INTZ can, you know, have a better T side and improve of what they did before. But for FURIA, I felt like they played way worse than they normally did. It's a current problem with this team that they can play so amazing at times, so coordinated, so smart, and then other times it looks like they kind of forgot that they're playing a match or something. It's just like the intensity, the mindset is missing at the last part of the half. So do they come this next map revitalized, or are they going to kind of keep backing away here? Are they going to keep, you know, showing the inexperience of the team?
23 rounds in, Ye was 6 for 15, so that was, I mean, they had some issues as we mentioned, but they still brought it over the line. So that is a shocking result for FURIA, but now INTZ may be spurred on with confidence as we move to the final map of Mirage. Again, both these teams playing for a spot in our finals in London. This is a huge map coming up.
It absolutely is. We'll see you for that after the break.